Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're going to check out in Vehicle Legends what each brand says about you. Why am I making one for Vehicle Legends? Because 1, views, and 2, things are a little different in this game. Different community, different brands, and the brands are kind of a little different, so I think that'll be quite fun. Anyways, if you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get on with it, yeah? Alfa Romeo. The only one is a very, very old car, so it's definitely because you like old cars or that you are old. There's nothing else, because otherwise you wouldn't even know that this car existed. Apollo. You want a really good car that isn't a Bugatti. And you want this car because it's also very limited, it's also really cool, and respectable. You want to get as much limited cars to flex. Yep, kind of respectable. But you also think that these are two different brands between the Gumpert and the Apollo. Ariel. You either like it for the off-road or the track-focused cheap car. No in between. Track-focused or off-road focused. And somehow you can make this car go faster than a supercar who doesn't know what they're doing. You are a great racer. Audi. You really like the slower cars, but also really like how they make very big track-focused cars. You also very like the wagons. You are a wagon person. You love wagons. You live and die for wagons. But you probably won't be able to get any other car in your lifetime. And you're fine with that. You understand that some of these supercars you can never get. It is a dream for you, but it's not going to go out of your way and you're not going to be insufferable about it. Cadillac. CTSV, 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 why is it not CTSV, why is it the ATSV, CTSV, 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 I like American, 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 American. Chevrolet. You are a very American person that also really likes these cars because you know some of these are quite good. Or if you're not American, you are either a international student or someone, or just a child that wants the best car and just smoke everyone else that think is very annoying. That they just like, Corvette for everything, Corvette for everything. Wait, I know a good car for this. Might be the Corvette? De Tomaso. This car is your favorite, and you're very chill about it, but also like to make jokes about it being called a De Tomato in the old times. But you like this car because it's quite good, you know it's quite fast, and it's quite underrated. Not many people know about it, but you do, and you love it. You love how it's super under the radar, but not too much that it's unknown. Like when you say, oh, I got a De Tomaso. Wait, I think I heard of that car. And you love that. Gazelle. This is exactly the same one as my Driving Empire. Yes, I know you like it, but it's terrible. It doesn't exist in real life that much. You'll probably love it because your name is Devin. And it's your name, even though it's not. It is a UAE kind of thing or whatever from that region. And you're probably a Scottish, British Devon from Devon, and you love this car because it has your name in it and you're just annoying. Dodge. Alright, we get it. You like this one. You live and die for Dodge. But you will win every drag race even if you're not the best one, because you somehow be able to catch the traction and nobody else can. And you can build this car tremendously because you know Dodges, because you live and breathe Dodges. And in that sense, you're kind of respectable. Except for the annoying 14-year-old part of you. Ford. You are a Le Mans fan. You love everything to do with Le Mans, Ford versus Ferrari, anything like that. But also really like the off-road cars as well, because in this game it's actually needed. And they have some pretty well-rounded options. And you know some of the Mustangs are quite cheap. But you can somehow make them a really good car around the track. somehow you can squeeze the most power, most handling out of any car that you can. Because you just live and breathe racing. This, that I don't even know how to pronounce. You are lying. No one likes this car because no one knows what the thing is, and if you are, shut up. Jeep. You like Jeep because it's an off-road car, but are really upset there isn't a Wrangler or a Gladiator. They just get this to try to make it into a Dodge Durango, even though it's not really a Durango, but it kind of looks like one even though it's already a rebadged car. You would know that, and it's really confusing and hurts your brain. Lexus. You are a JDM fan, but you're more mature. When I say mature, you just live for V10s. New V10s. When I say mature Japanese car fan, I'm saying like you're now 14 instead of 13. Not that much, but you don't live for the anime. Even though part of you want to deck this out with anime stickers forever. But you know that this car has a bunch of design and you love it and you don't want to ruin it. But if it was cheaper, you would definitely put anime stickers all over it. Lotus. You really like the Elise and the Esprit, but for some reason you like calling it the Esprit. And you know it's called the Esprit, but you will never correct yourself because you are annoying. And the Esprit is funny to you. And it actually really, really makes everyone else mad that actually likes the Esprit. You just call it Esprit just because, like, oh, I got the Esprit in this game, I like it, so good. It's called the Esprit. But also the Avija, you live and die for it. McLaren. You are spoiled for choice for McLaren. You can get expensive cars, you can get cheap cars. For some reason, none of these cars are enough. You want a certain car, and if it's not in the game, you will whine until it is. Until it is in the game, and you'll whine for the next one. Pagani. You are a Zonda fanboy or fangirl. Probably fangirl because you aren't probably fanboying like a boy. You are fangirling even though if you were a boy. Most of you guys are. But you get so mad that people call it a bug eye. Even though it really does. You also really like the fact that there is a Mercedes V12 in this that you will not shut up about, that it's different. It's not a Mercedes. It's not a Mercedes. But deep down you know it's going to be more reliable than anything that Pagani can make. You seen Maserati? Their engines blow up. Pininfarina. Or Automobili Pininfarina. You want this car because there's no Ferraris in the game. And there probably never will be, so this is the best bet to get your Ferrari that you wanted. Even though somehow there's a Cavalier, but you don't think that's Ferrari. You think that is a sacrilege on Ferrari, and you will rust it up because, just to, make Ferrari mad, even though it's not a Ferrari. You're just like, no, I want a real Ferrari! But the Ferrari designer is good enough, because at least this actually looks like Ferrari, because it might as well be, because the designer is. Porsche. You like this car because of the drift cars. They have a pretty well-rounded drift mechanics in this game, and you go around every corner with a drift, every race with a drift. You will not win with the drifts, but you don't care. You want style points. You want every style point you can. And the SUVs are just throwaways. But if you like the older race cars, then you can pack a punch. You can win, you know you can, but you got sick of winning, so you wanted to do style points and see if you win by style points. And half the time you end up doing Razor, or whatever this thing is. You've never heard this car in your life, and you like it how it's so angular and it's like a Lamborghini. It's the only thing you can get from Lamborghini in this game for a little while, and also looks like a GTA car. You're a GTA fan that likes angular cars and thinks that this is actually sleek and actually cool looking, even though it just looks like a scrapyard just bolted metal onto a fighter jet. Ram. Truck. Wait, it's the least reliable car in the world? Truck, 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 truck. SRT. Everything I said about Dodge. Except for, oh my gosh, this is an SRT, not a Dodge. And you're much more annoying. Saline. You like the older, from the 2000s, hypercars. You do not like the new ones because it's just cutting egg Bugatti, cutting egg Bugatti, cutting egg Bugatti. But you like when it has the SC2 Atara. No, not 2 Atara, the Ultimate Aero. You like the Saline S7. It's actually a good car because this actually did held the record for like a week or two. And you know that. You know it's a good car. But the big manufacturers overshined them and you're kind of mad about that. And to be honest, you are deserving to feel that way. They did kind of steal the shine from this car. But it showed up in Top Gear, so at least there's that. This car, I cannot pronounce it. Spinia? You want this car to look like a Sesto Elemento. You want a Sesto Elemento. You love the Sesto Elemento. Lamborghini should make all cars be the Sesto Elemento. You want the Sesto Elemento. You want it to make it gold and red. Because it's so cool, and it's so obnoxious, and you are annoying, but also respect. Spiker. You like the more low-key cars. They may not be the best car, but they're quite low-key, and you like to have a race car or a supercar that isn't that well known. And people might think, do you mean a spider of a car? Do you mean, what? 19 Spider? What? What do you mean? What? And you kinda like how low-key you are. Toyota. You are the immature 13-year-old that would put anime stickers on everything. When you get one of these cars, you're gonna deck it out with so many stickers that it's unbelievable. And you also know that this Toyota stemmed from a Prius, and you're gonna call it the Prius Le Mans car. Against everyone else, and even though some of them were called the Prius, you kind of find it funny that the Prius won Le Mans several times. W Motors. You are a Batman fan, or one of those movies that have this car. You don't like this car for the real life stuff, because there really isn't any. You like it because Batman. Zenvo. Same thing as my DE one. You like this car because it's twin charge and you're trying to put as much power, much force induction, most displacement in the most silliest car ever with a massive wing that flops all over the place, and you find that really funny. You know that it'll catch fire, so you want to play it in game, and probably won't be able to afford it either. But you want to play with this car to see how fast it can go and how obnoxious it can be. And in that sense, respectable. And that'll about do it for this video. But I will say about the non-licensed car. What about this brand? What about this brand? You are annoying. You are not taking this at all seriously and you just want to cause problems. That's what that says about you. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos, make sure to like and subscribe if I haven't already, and make sure to hit the like button if I just said that. Anyways, I will see you in my next video if you happen to make it. So, bye-bye. That sounded like I'm gonna kill you. I said... Sure. Threat at the end, sure.